Okay, with Night of Champions quickly approaching, I decided to finally do another wrestler versus wrestler. This one looking at Daniel Bryan versus Chris Benoit. Yes, I said Chris Benoit. Now, these I actually have 11 different categories. As always, if it's 6 to 5, the person with 6 more than likely would win. So you got strength, speed, endurance. This is how well they last in a very long match. Toughness. What sort of physical damage have we seen them take and then still continue a match? Striking, grappling. This is your suplexes. This is your body slams. This is your more or less clinch style. What do you have in the way of submissions? What do you have for high flying? How over are you with the crowd? Ring psychology and mic work. So, get right into this. Strength. Daniel Bryan and Chris Benoit. Daniel Bryan, he's not a really strong guy. When you look at Chris Benoit, the guy that he was chiseled out of stone. And the feats of strength he was able to do at his height were pretty spectacular. So strength, it is Chris Benoit. Speed, that's Daniel Bryan. When you watch his matches, he is ridiculously fast. Now we're looking at endurance. I've seen Daniel Bryan have quite a few hour-long matches when he was in Ring of Honor. Benoit, not as much. Toughness. This one, for me, could have been a real toss-up. I've seen Daniel Bryan wrestle with one eye. And I remember those spots where I've seen, Chris Benoit take a header into a chair or miss a plancha and then hit his back right across the announce tables. He took some ridiculous bumps. That, and he wrestled in ECW. ECW definitely gives you a leg up in toughness, depending on what other federation people have wrestled in. I would say ECW makes you ridiculously tough. Striking. Out of these two, you did see a lot of decent physical attacks when it came to Chris Benoit, but Daniel Bryan is more or less in the era of the MMA style strikings. So I've seen him do lots of elbows, lots of knees. His new finishing move, that running double knee, those are a lot more prolific striking. Grappling. Again, this one you can argue almost either way, but I'm giving this one to Chris Benoit. If you recall seeing his suplexes, he had a pop and a snap that I have yet to see anyone else replicate. He used to do multiple suplexes repeatedly, and he was ridiculously good at it. Now at high flying, you do still see from both of them diving headbutts. They both do the planchas, suicide dives, baseball slides. The one difference you do see is Daniel Bryan also has the front missile dropkick. So for high flying, he really has one more move, and that's enough to put him over the edge on this one. Over with the crowd. Again, looking at their heights. Chris Benoit was someone who always had a tremendous amount of people rooting for him, but he in no way, shape, or form got the crowd reaction that you currently see from Daniel Bryan. At all. He just did not get it. Now we're at ring psychology. Make sure I didn't skip anything. I'm at 8 with the crowd. Yep. So far, so good. Now I'm at ring psychology. Ironically, in this one, if you were to take on somebody like Chris Benoit, he was an intimidating force in the ring. I would probably say it goes Undertaker, then probably Chris Benoit for overall intimidation as soon as he got into that ring. So Chris Benoit definitely does take it when it comes to how intimidating that person was inside the ring. And now we're pretty down to mic work. Benoit was never really good on the mic. Sorry. He just really wasn't. He was definitely a wrestler and the silent stalker. Horrible thing to say about him now, but that's pretty much the way that he was, given where he was at that time in his career. Daniel Bryan is very, very solid on the mic currently. So ironically, if these two guys were to get into a scrape, I actually do give the edge to Daniel Bryan. I think these guys would have a ridiculously, tremendously physical match. But I do think, at the end of the day, I think Daniel Bryan squeaks one out.